So Child Protection Services, all their cases are legitimate. You don't have anything to worry about. Let's use the words from the former director of the California Department of Family and Children's Services. 70 to 80% of the cases that they have are unfounded, unwarranted, and unnecessary. Most of which, in his opinion, were based upon false allegations and anonymous complaints that were not legitimate. You'll find other directors from other states who have quit, who have resigned, who have retired, that say the same thing. Senator Nancy Schaefer from Georgia went in front of the assembly and stated her case. And unfortunately, it's the rule, not the exception. So if 70 to 80% of the cases that they're handling are illegitimate, how are they getting by with it? Why would they do it? Again, we go back to financial incentive. Financial incentives from the federal government to do the wrong thing. You know, a pastor once told me, you stand against wickedness in high places. Well, this is definitely wickedness. And considering that the attorneys general know what's going on and nobody's being prosecuted, the senators and congressmen know what's going on and nobody's being prosecuted, I'd say it's in pretty high places as well. But why? Let's go back to the why of it. It's about money. A child who is adopted nets somewhere between $30,000 and $150,000 to a CPS agency and all the outside groups involved. The attorneys get kickbacks. Well, now wait a second. The attorneys get kickbacks. I have an attorney representing my child and me, two separate attorneys, by the way, and they get kickbacks from an adoption agency if my child is adopted out? Isn't that an immediate conflict of interest? Yeah. Are there protocols and rules about that in court? Well, not in family court. But any other court in the nation would say, no, you can't do that. So what do? Well, we write senators, we write congressmen, we do the same thing that we did before. We speak. We stand up. We don't get intimidated. We don't allow them to silence us. Because it's wrong. It doesn't matter if you like what I'm saying. It's the truth. 15 minutes on the internet and you'll find out things are much worse, much more heinous, much more insidious, much more illegal than even what I'm saying. That should scare you, because I try to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth on subjects like this. I don't want any room for doubt. But what you're going to find is much worse than what I'm saying. 4-month-old child disappears, run away. 8-month-old child disappears, run away. CPS officials and foster care parents aren't in jail. Judges get kickbacks for adoptions when they're supposed to rule on the parent's ability to have the child back. Attorneys that represent the child and the parents get kickbacks if that child is adopted or put into some kind of supervised guardianship where the CPS agencies get thousands of dollars a month. What's the incentive for reuniting the child with the family? There is none. And it's by design. If you think your attorney appointed by the court is going to represent you, think about the thousands of dollars they get if your child is adopted.